are live here at JCTV with the In the Pit News Truck Series here tonight as we do a Talladega doubleheader. My name is Jonathan Camp, and I am joined in the booth tonight by Jonathan Parker and somebody who's going to be racing here in about 2 minutes. Dawson Allen is temporarily joining us here in the JCTV booth. Guys, how you doing tonight?
Doing well, Jonathan. It's good to be back in the booth.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this race here tonight. Getting to run race one, my first start since Talladega last season. So I'm looking forward to it. Should be a fun one.
Well, we start off with a bunch of storylines here tonight. We're getting ready to go into playoff season here. The cutoff happens here tonight with these two races. Dawson, you and I are going to be splitting these races up. I'll be in the booth for this one, and you'll be out on track. And then switch it around. You'll be up here in the booth for the second race, and I'll be out there on track. Hopefully one of us can try to score a win, but we'll see. Might be able to throw a wrench in some of these guys' plan here tonight. But I believe you've got a ton of stats you want to try to cover here that we'll just let you go ahead and talk about it here as much as you can before you've got to go qualify.
Yeah, before we go qualify, we'll highlight some of the stats you were talking about. Coming into this race, we have 2 races left before the playoffs start, so this is the cutoff for the 10 drivers that will advance into the playoffs. As of right now, Alex Kerfan sits with an 88-point gap over that cut line. Josh Arnold sits 40 points to the good, and Brett Bennett 37 points to the good. Nobody there really has a safe enough gap to really say they're going to make it on points, but if anybody could do it, it's Alex Kerfan. A good enough finish in race number 1 will lock him in just about. But looking through it as well, David Duran, Andrew Reliance, Troy Crump, they have a chance to point in, but it's going to take a lot. But for Nick Kapiak, Josh Copperdoll, and Zach Probst, it is a must-win scenario. They have to go to victory lane here tonight in these 2 races, one of these 2 races. But, you know, talking about someone that's in a chance on the way outside looking in, how about David Durand? He is a 2-time winner in the In the Pits News Truck Series. Both of those wins coming at these super speedways, winning the season opener in season 3, along with race number 2 at this very track last year during the Dega doubleheader. So that number 24 machine has a very solid chance to punch his ticket to the championship hunt, but he's going to have a long road ahead of him. He's got 2 races. He's got a chance to get to victory lane. We'll see if he can do it. But just ahead of him, above on the cut line, Brett Bennett, 37 points to the good, looking to make the playoffs for the first time in his career. A 37-point gap coming into Talladega. He usually likes to be a little more aggressive at these style races, but he has told me over this week he's going to be conservative. He's going to go points racing, to which I call him a moron, because you can't just say you're going to go points racing at a super speedway. That is a death sentence, but he is going to try to go points racing. We'll see how things shake out for that 47 team. 2 drivers in the Pits News Truck Series have ever won multiple super speedway style races. Those 2 being, as aforementioned, David Durand winning the season 3 Daytona and Talladega races, but Michael Kruger has won 2 season opener races in season 2 and season 4. Definitely looking to see how that 14 truck can try to perform here tonight in the battle of his own for that regular season championship. But there's a lot of heavy hitters here tonight that are ready to go racing. We've got a big field ahead of us. We'll see who can take it to victory lane tonight.
Well, Dawson, we appreciate you bringing those stats to us here tonight. We'll let you get out there and qualify if you're even going to qualify, as we've got drivers already rolling on track. Looks like Bennett Allen's already out here to take time.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Can't wait for race 2, and I hope to talk to you guys after this race is over.
All right, that is our, I guess we'll call him our in-race reporter for race 1, Dawson Allen.
Yeah, works for me. He's a in-race reporter. Had a pretty good race last season here at Dega. The last time he was on track, he finished top 5, I'm pretty sure, avoiding all the carnage. And I know he's got high hopes for today, so I'm wishing him the best.
So, as mentioned, Bennett Allen appears to be one of the drivers rolling out here early on for qualifying. Also on track is going to be Justin Duran, Josh Arnold, Matt Steiner, Cameron Caldwell, Nick Kapiak. Dawson Allen did roll out. Jake Scarborough, also one of the drivers out there making a lap. Looks like Justin Duran has come across the line. It should be his first lap. The C2 Graphics number 5.
qualifying here is pretty boring, but there is some a right way and a wrong way to do it, believe it or not. Usually on your outlap when you're trying to get wound up on the top, you don't want to be too close to the wall. That'll actually slow you down a little bit, just the way the physics are. So you got to kind of have to keep that in mind.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Parker, but I will never let you live this down. I don't think anybody would let you live this down. I think you and the Mr. Justin Durand have tangoed at a super speedway type of track, if we can call it such a super speedway.
Technically twice. I'm gonna put it that way. Yeah. Atlanta last year on the white flag lap, I was leading. He was behind me, and that didn't end well. I ended up wrecked in front of the field. But the first race last year, the Dega doubleheader, I also ended up wrecked because he made a pretty big move. That was a little bit more of a racing incident, but I'd still predominantly put it on him. But we moved past that, so I'm okay with bringing it up. I don't have any problems with him. It's just we're both pretty rough racers, and sometimes we get together.
Yeah, and we've seen Durand there actually stop after his first lap, so one lap done for Durand. He's sitting P4 currently. Cody McCorkle actually at the top of the board right now.
A couple names up top that's good to see back. Cody McCorkle, always good at these plate tracks, and it's good to see Dalton Kelly back. He hasn't raced much this year, kind of been on and off. I always enjoy seeing him out there. He's a good race car driver. I love seeing him out there.
So Cody McCorkle put down what would be pole on his first lap. I believe he's coming to the finish of his second lap here. And doesn't look like he improved at all. So still top of the board, though, for Cody McCorkle. Other drivers out there on track. Harold Tucker, looks like he's running that high line all the way around. I don't know, JP, are you the guy that wants to run the high line on the first lap, get that momentum, or do you just run bottom both laps and take what you get?
In the trucks, I like to run top for the first lap for sure. And like I said a little bit earlier, just getting too close to the wall on that lap will actually slow you down. So you kind of want to be a little bit off the wall because the physics will slow you down. And then on your real-time lap, you just got to be really smooth and kind of let the truck do what it wants to, if that makes sense. Like, you obviously don't want it up near the wall, but you got to drift up a little bit on the exit of the corners and be smooth in, and that's the best way to get it done.
So first lap for Harold Tucker going to be 25th quick right now, 56.722. He's going to look to improve as he's tucking it close to that bottom here. Pole time's going to be almost a second faster than what he just put down at a 55.9. So got to pick up quite a bit here. See if that change of lane helps him out at all.
Looking at the time, I don't think he's going to have enough time to get back.
He might run out of time here. He's definitely going to run out of time.
Not even close. Just realized that.
Yeah. 5 minutes of qualifying here. Talladega runs by fast, but we'll go ahead and take a look at the starting grid here on JCTV.
So record field we got 34 people here. Big starting grid.
I apologize, my ATVO is freezing up. There we go, that race ticker is popped up there. So starting on pole is going to be Cody McCorkle with Dalton Kelly to his outside. Row 2 is going to be Matt Steiner with Alex Kerfin starting outside row 2. Row 3 going to be Justin Durand with Bennett Allen to the outside. Cameron Caldwell going to line up inside row 4 with Ethan Fonseca Moreno on the outside. Josh Arnold is going to be in row number 5 with Brett Bennett in that outside lane.
Row 6, we got Nathan Fuller. Good to see him back. Starting in, 12? Braden Sisko. In row 7, we got Michael Walls, and alongside him will be Michael Kruger. And in row 8, we've got Sean Cassane and David Durand, and basically a must-win. Jake Scarborough and Roy Crump will be in row 9, and rounding out row 10, we got Jamie Wright and Nick Hapiak.
Row 11 is going to have Alonso Giacano and Ryan Bogey. Row 12, Dawson Allen, Josh two of JCTV members right there on row 12. Row 13 is going to be Harold Tucker and Jeffrey Armistead. Row 14, Tristan Maher and Austin McGill. Row 15 is going to be Andrew Elias and Tyler Watermullen.
Row 16, we've got Wesley Rose, and who's in the 91? Shane O'Neill. And then rounding out your field will be Brandon Havens and Jackson Tate.
So as we get ready to get going here tonight, Cody McCorkle, as mentioned, going to be your pole sitter here tonight. He'll lead him to the green. And JP, I'm excited. I love a Talladega race. I'm sure you do as well. I'm excited for one reason. I get to sit back and see what kind of chaos is going to ensue this race before I have to go race with these maniacs here in the second race.
I certainly love watching it more than I like racing it, because it is a talent, 100%, but you're so reliant on other people doing their job, making pushes at the right time. And when things don't go your way, it's just like, ugh. But, man, it's a lot of fun to watch everyone bunch together. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, real quick before we get going here, we got a tradition here on JCTV, so let's go ahead and get our pick to win out of the way. And JP, I'm going to let you go first here as we get ready to roll off.
Well, it's no secret who I told you guys earlier who I'm rooting for today. It's Alonso Chicano, who I'm going to pick to win. I was gutted. I didn't get to race him for the win last night. No secret what happened. He got intentionally wrecked. And I'm just gutted for him, and I know he's going to bounce back and be stronger. That's why he's a champion, and I'm picking him to win tonight.
Well, my pick to win, I think I got to go with somebody I've seen do well on these super speedways here in this league, and he's been up front. He's, I think, looking for a win to get himself in the playoff contention, or he might not even need a win. He might already have a win. I can't remember very well as I've been racing this season, but I'm going to go with that 30 car of Alex Kerfan starting there outside row 2. As Pace Truck pulls off and we get ready to go green, I think Alex Kerfan's going to get the job done here tonight.
Yeah, with his points position, doesn't need a win. Just needs to finish well, but he's certainly a good choice to win.
So, Pace Truck is off. We are getting ready to go green here. Stage is going to be at the end of lap 15. They enter the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are racing here at Talladega.
Pretty big stack up already.
Yeah, it looked like the inside lane, Cody McCorkle just did not get the good start there as we are already 3 wide. Justin Duran wasting no time getting to the middle there. That's going to kind of string Brett Bennett out there by himself. But look at the guys jumping off the bottom already, trying to get going here. You see the likes of Cameron Caldwell, Michael Kruger. Parker, did we expect this to happen coming off of turn 2 on the first lap?
Yes, it's definitely. One thing that I do want to highlight is with the new damage model, you could push a lot easier in the trucks than we were able to last season when we had the old damage model. So you should be able to push a lot easier. It'll be a little bit easier to get runs on people.
See Michael Kruger up there in that outside lane. Currently our championship leader, pushing a guy who kind of needs a win to give himself a little bit of insurance here, to not have to worry about 2 new winners getting themselves in the playoff picture. Brett Bennett saying he wants to go points racing here tonight, but at the same time, a win would just give him a for sure chance to get into the playoffs. You got to think that's on his mind here as he's up top on this second lap here.
38 on the apron. Just letting people go, dropping to the back.
On that 38 is another story, too. I don't think Dawson or any of you guys have really covered it, or maybe you guys just don't even know right now, but he's a guy that is new to iRacing here, so he's just getting used to how everyone races him and trying to race with respect. So give credit to that 38 truck of Matt Steiner. Dropping back, not trying to be in the way of anybody, and yeah, up front looks like we got a battle for the lead. Last time by, David Duran did lead the lap, but it looks like Bennett Allen has found his way to the front here.
David Duran doing what he needs to do, just needs to be up front. Cannot do that hang back strategy, I don't think. He's got to be up front all race. try and get this win. Someone else who's up front who I don't think we've talked about it at all yet is, you know, so much is about this cut line and who's going to make the playoffs, but the regular season championship is still on the line. Alonso's only 8 points behind Michael Kruger. So if Alonso can get stage points or if Kruger can extend his gap, that's going to be something to look out for too. That's a bunch of extra playoff points at stake. Oh, no, right!
Oh!
Bennett Allen got turned by Michael Walls in front of the whole field.
That's going to bring out our caution here, and we'll pull up a replay here for you.
Wow. I'll have to look at a replay. That didn't look too pretty.
That indeed did not look pretty as we came through the try over here. We'll show you what happened. Happened up front with Bennett Allen, and
so Michael Walls is peaking high. And he's to Bennett Allen's outside, and Bennett Allen just kind of, I think they just kind of come together. I actually don't really put that on Michael Walls. It's just when you see Michael Walls, he's in so many of these incidents. So everyone's pretty quick to blame him. I don't think that's his fault, though. I think he's peeking to the outside. Bennett Allen didn't want to get hung out, and he just ended up wrecking himself.
see right there, everybody missing the melee. Really kind of shocking. Looks like it's just a two-truck incident between Walls and Bennett there.
I gotta check I think maybe Cameron Caldwell might have gotten some damage in that. Yeah, he doesn't have a right front fender.
Rewind it one more time and see if we can get a better angle for you here. Pull it back up to who was involved with that 15 of Bennett Allen. So we'll slow it down here. Yeah, like you talk about. And it looks like Bennett Allen kind of tucks low and then tries to get back in front of the 7, but the 7's out there.
That's what I was talking about. It's just he kind of tucks low. Michael Wallace says, okay, I'll kind of hang you out. And he has every right to do that. And when he's to your outside, you can't just keep coming up.
Yeah, tough situation there for Bennett Allen and even Michael Walls, but as we get live back up front here now, David Duran going to inherit the lead here.
Caldwell does have some right front fender damage. If he gets that repaired, I think he'll be okay. But he has some left front damage too, at least on my screen.
So we did have some drivers come down there. Some drivers, looks like we had about a handful of drivers come down there. So some strategy playing out early on here. As Caldwell is still on the pit lane. Might have a little bit more damage than we were thinking here, JP. I thought it was just two trucks there. I didn't see anyone else get caught up in it.
I did see Cameron Caldwell get hit. I saw him. I think he touched Michael Walls. Got a little bit of right front, but apparently he had some left front damage too, so it's probably more significant than even I thought. So this is part of this plate racing. It sucks. Being, if you're Cameron Caldwell, you're just minding your own business, trying to, work your way up front, but try not to be too aggressive, and it's pretty significant damage early on. 5 laps into a 45-lap race is frustrating.
Certainly frustrating, but something I gotta do real quick. I made this overlay for a specific driver, and I know Dawson would kick me if I did not show this overlay.
Oh, no.
But, Brett Bennett.
There it is.
Still winless in all of his leagues, making his 100th career start tonight in a league race without a league win. Wow. Sitting currently in 4th. And he has been close. I think his time's coming here, Parker. We're going to have to delete this stat eventually. But, Brett, we're all cheering you on here in the JCTV booth. Hopefully, either tonight you crack it at 100, or maybe you'll make it an even 101. Who knows?
Yeah, last week specifically, it was pretty close. A lot of people gave him a lot of heat, and yeah, he made some wrong choices last week, but I did try to give him some advice, so I both yesterday and last week, because he was in the booth and he interviewed me after I won the NAOR race. So just trying to help him out because I do want to see him do good.
So we did choose last time by. It looks like it's going to be David Duranda outside, Michael Kruger inside. Then Alex Kerf and Brett Bennett lining up on row 2. Roy Crump, Cody McCorkle, Jake Scarborough, and Josh Arnold.
Yeah, big thing, just looking at those front 2 rows is that David does have his teammate behind him, Alex Kerf, and they work together, same voice chat, same team. So he's looking to get a push from him. Probably can count on him not to ditch him this early in the race anyway.
Another driver hanging out here in 11th that I'm gonna pull up a stat for. Needs a win to get a playoff berth. Josh Coppernell just outside the top 10 right now. And yes, that is mine and JP's boss. So, Josh, we're pulling for you, whether I'm pushing you to the win in the second race or you get one here. Go get that win, buddy, and get yourself in the playoffs. But the pace truck has pulled off. We are getting ready to go back green. Field in the hands of David Durandis. He's getting a huge jump here with Alex Kerfan. Green's going to be back out, but wow, that was early.
Yeah, no one really jumped it. Oh, but it's just... Wow, everyone was asleep. I don't know what else to say. Everyone was just asleep on that start.
Making a sandwich or something. I don't know. Taking a drink of water maybe. But they got a huge advantage.
You don't want to get a big lead out of plate track. You'll see here, Michael Kruger's going to get a run. He's going to take it.
And he's going to bring 2 trucks with him. We'll see if the three truck trio can get clear here. Right now, Kruger clears himself and leaves Bennett to that outside. Arnold kind of has a gap right there. He could take any lane he wants. Now he's going to be in the box as Roy Crump rolls up to his outside. But that leaves the box open for Kerfan. Kerfan going to stay tucked in as Crump's going to get to the back bumper. McCorkle now. Outside lane starting to form up. Inside lane already organized. Oh, and as I say that, Durand, and I believe that's going to be... I can't get a car number on that truck. That's going to be Chicano.
Chicano on the 25s right behind Justin Durand on the outside.
They're going to jump to that outside lane. Look who else is up there in that outside lane. A driver we've seen in just about every league that we've been running here. That's Austin McGill in that Amsoil truck in that outside lane. He's trying to make some steam up on the outside and put his name in the hat here.
I love that you bring him up. I've absolutely loved over the past month and a half or so getting used to racing around him. He races so hard, but just so smart. I think we have a wreck in the back.
Indeed we do. We'll see.
I'll get back to that note in a second because I do want to highlight him.
Wreck in the back. We'll jump back here. It wasn't Michael Walls, but we'll go to replay and see if Michael Walls seen it.
Ooh, Ethan Fonseca Moreno and Jackson Tate were involved in that one.
Oh yeah, there it is. Looks like. Take it back a couple more seconds here. Take it 10 seconds back to Jackson Tate here.
Cameron Caldwell was also kind of triggered that a little bit. There was some netcode involved, but he just come up on Ethan. They just kind of ended up right. That was a weird one.
Cam here and see what we can see. Oh yeah, it looks like Caldwell comes up, and then Tate kind of just a victim of circumstance there, checking up for Caldwell, and I believe that was Moreno that got pushed up to the wall. Moreno ends up spinning Tate around.
Yeah, that was predominantly Cam's fault. It's very, very uncharacteristic. I guess part of it's just he's frustrated he's even back there in the first place.
So we're gonna have the field here kind of split on call again. See if anybody comes to pit road here. We do have a about 6 to 7 laps. I'm very terrible at math, even though it was one of my best subjects in school. Until stage, so we'll see if anybody pits here.
I forgot about the stage.
Easy to forget about. It doesn't look like anybody's going to come down. Jackson Tate, you see there, pulling off pit road, trying to get ahead of that pace car. He might have beat it. If he didn't, he's just going to take the penalty of EOL, I assume. But it doesn't look like anybody came down there.
At least none of the front runners, anyway, have come down. And yeah, some of the
Looks
back
like Armistead and Walias down pit road. So your top 10 as they run right now: Kruger, Durand, Chicano, Kerfin, Bennett, Wright, McCorkle, Arnold, and McGill.
Having the Duran brothers near each other, that's gotta scare the field, because they work so well together. That's how David Duran won his first race.
Oh, it's not only that. You've got the Durans, Chicano, and Kerfan. If you're Michael Kruger, you have no friends up here right now.
Yeah, you know they're gonna work together.
It's important to note that, because looking at the standings right now, Kruger's nearest help, as far as teammates go, is Coppernoll back in 14th.
Yeah, I usually say your friends are where you make them, but if your teammates are right there, they're all going to help you. There's no way around that.
Well, and there's one thing I know for sure. Everybody's gunning for Kruger, because he's the points leader. He's got a couple wins on the season. He's been the dominant driver this season. So he's got a target on his back. So Kruger doesn't have very many friends out here except for his teammates. Anybody who sees this 14 truck, they want to beat him, because he's been in the position you were last year, JP.
Trust me, I know that feeling.
You know, and it's funny because Kruger was the one with that target fixated on you last season. Now he's got that target fixated on him, and you know, this is just what happens throughout these seasons, especially when it's a win and you're in type of playoff scenario. You know, Michael Kruger picking up the win on the opener of the season really set himself up to not have to come out here and race super hard for a win. And he's just been points racing all season, and it's proven that he can be a good race car driver at the end of the day, whether he's going for wins or points.
Have to choose there. Kerfan did not choose to be behind his teammates. He ended up to decide to go to restart what would be third.
Yeah.
Right behind Michael Kruger.
It brings the question of, is there some strategy here? Do one of them try to leave a gap for him to get out there, or does he stay tucked in behind Kruger here and try to get a little selfish with the stage points? Brett Bennett going to line up third on the inside. Is he going to get to the back bumper here of Kerfan and try to make a push here for some points? Brett Bennett needs these points here coming to the end of the stage. It's going to get crazy. The drivers are going to start making desperate moves. We're in for a show here. It's only going to be, I believe, 4 laps is what we're going to get for the stage.
It's been pretty aggressive already, and then we got guys who want stage points. I mean, even some, like we talked about with the regular season championship, Lonzo's up front, Michael Kruger's up front, and they're racing each other. They got to get as many points as they can get, so they can get those extra playoff points. So I don't expect them to just back down just because it's just a stage. Like, they need the stage points just as much as the guys at the cut line.
Well, JP, there's one thing that's for sure. We're in for a treat to the end of this stage. And I don't think it's going to stop after the stage either. I think the intensity is just going to keep ramping up from here. But we'll see. We've got what should be a 4-lap shootout coming here for the stage. Michael Kruger's going to lead him into the box. He's going to be the control car. We'll see if there's any sort of communication here between he and Kerfan to try and get a launch. Pace truck down pit road. We roll into that Geico restart zone. Michael Kruger's on the gas. We are green and racing again here for the stage at Talladega for this first race of a Talladega doubleheader. Kruger right now has the advantage. Outside lane not formed up. Kerfan right there. Brett Bennett tucked up real hard, giving a shot to Kerfan. I told you things were going to amp up here, JP. They're getting crazy right now. Everybody knows what's at stake.
This is where you're going to see that better ability to push, because can't really it's about 4 laps to the stage.
Oh, and the one thing we all got to remember, you're that third car in line. It's tough. You want to be right there next to that back bumper like Brett Bennett is, but you really can't push the pusher.
Yeah, that's still pretty dangerous, and the only car where it's somewhat okay is the next gen. You can kind of push the pusher, but we're not in those, and push the pusher, usually it causes a wreck. We saw that last season. Wow. They're not listening. They're pushing like crazy down this back stretch.
Yeah, they are. It's insane what they got going on right now. And not sure what was going on there. Apologize for the folks at home. I hope the hurricane's not hitting me yet. It doesn't look like it is. But, yeah, as we're getting ready to come down here to the end of the stage, we're going to cross the line here. I believe 2 laps to go in the stage. Kruger's still up front. Duran leading the outside line. Kerfan tucked in. Bennett's right there. We got the Duran and Duran show up on the top. Brothers working together, trying to help each other out.
It's just absolute gridlock right now. It's like you're down the interstate. Nowhere to go. Just got to keep pushing.
As they come across the line here, we're going to get the white flag on the stage. You see Josh Arnold, Nick Hapiak, and that's Jake Scarborough trying to form that third lane.
Josh Arnold, someone who really needs points. Good to see him making moves.
Oh, and he's in a battle with Brett Bennett right now. He needs to get ahead of Brett Bennett, and right now he's got Jamie right in front of him. If they can get a good push here, he could probably get a push ahead of Brett Bennett here and get more points.
Oh, Chicano got turned big time, big crash. David Duran is involved. Caution flag is out.
Big, heavy damage. Caution's out. That will be the end of your stage. We'll try to go back and see what happened there. First car I seen around was Chicano. Pull the replay up here. Oh!
Pushing in the corners. The 4 got him. Just triggered a huge crash.
And I apologize at home for the replay quality. I wish I had an answer for you on what's going on there, but it's the first time it's done it all night. It just started a couple minutes ago. But again, it just pushing. Everyone pushing for the stage win there. Everyone trying to get all they could get. Takes out quite a few trucks there.
You know, normally I would say there's, it's just a stage. There's no sense in going crazy. But I understand a lot of those guys, you look at all the guys involved, they were either looking for points for the regular season championship or were looking for points because of the cut line situation. And I understand it. I get why you have to. When it's the cutoff race, you have to race like that.
Yep, you said it, JP. So Michael Kruger gets the stage win there. I imagine we'll see a lot of trucks coming down to pit road here. See Jamie Wright keeping up with his position. A lot of damage to that truck. I believe everybody will be coming down here to get their service done. So we'll watch here at the end of pit road, see who the first truck is off pit road. See Cody McCorkle getting the benefit of that first pit stall. Kruger going to be the first one out of the box. Followed by McCorkle, McGill, then Durand, Scarborough, Kerfan. Then it's going to be 36 is Cisco, Rick Crump. And that was all the cars I could see coming off the pit road, but we'll go back up front here with Michael Kruger as he wins that race off pit road. Parker, pit stops are done. What do you say you try to dial up our stage winner there for this first race?
All right, I'll see if I can get him. Michael Kruger's your buddy Jonathan Parker up in the JCTV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Got you, JP.
Well, you needed that for the regular season championship. Got that stage win. Now, you saw Alonso was caught up in that wreck. And does that change the way you're going to drive going forward, going for this win?
Well, I'm going to still try to do what I can to kind of go for the win here, but I might play it a little more cautious with the stage win in my pockets. That's big for the playoffs there. I might be a little more cautious, but like I'm still going to try to race out for the win here with based on how things go. I mean, we'll be restarting fourth. I'm liking where I'm at. I got track position. I got a few guys to pass, but I think I can pull it off.
Looking fast. You're always good at these plate tracks. Thanks for that quick word, and good luck out there.
Thank you, JP.
Of course, anytime, Mikey. That was your stage winner, Michael Kruger, driving number 14 Blockbuster Chevy.
And you talk about it, JP. So consistent and good on these plate tracks is Michael Kruger.
Yeah, he's always been up front. Where he always kind of gained on me last season, isn't it? Even when I was up front, I was wrecked anyway. And he was always up front, always so good. But he's good everywhere, though. That's always up front, always in contention.
So it looks like we took the choose there. And it looks like Kruger's going to get to go up to the front row here, as all these guys that stayed out elect to stay on the bottom. That's going to be Tucker, Kelly, and Walias all electing to stay on the bottom. As the three that came off pit road first, Kruger, McCorkle, and McGill are going to line up in the outside. And then from there on back, you've got Durand, Scarborough, Kerfan, and Cisco. Round out your top 10. Crump, and Dawson Allen has worked his way up to 12th. And then I believe Cameron Caldwell worked his way back up to 13th. Wesley Rose sitting right there in the 14th position. About Ryan Bogey having a quiet top 15 run right now.
Good to see that. Doesn't look too banged up. That's all you can ask for. I guess 15 laps in.
I'd have to go back and look at a replay at some point. I think Josh Coppernell might have been involved in that last wreck, as he's all the way back out in the 29th position. So talk about
all crumpled in.
Talk about a driver that needed a win coming into this race, but he's gonna have to swing for it on the second race. So Harold Tucker gonna be your control car here as the pace truck dives to the safety of pit road. We enter the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back out. We are green here for the rest of the Talladega doubleheader. Having a small amount of performance issue tonight, but we are green. Michael Kruger on the outside, Harold Tucker inside. leading that inside lane. See which lane gets the advantage here.
Wow, wicked loose for Andrew Elias there.
Yeah, wicked loose, you say, and that's just the air here. That is what happens when the air gets moving around on these trucks. You see Andrew Elias looks like he's gonna gracefully drop to the back now. That's going to give advantage to that outside lane. Looks like McCorkle, McGill, and Kruger simultaneously move down together.
It's going to be interesting to see how people decide to race this one out. See the trucks with damage, see how they handle it. We've talked about the new damage model. That helps you really stay in these races, even when you do have a decent amount of damage, because with the old damage model, most of those trucks in that last wreck would have been gone. Dalton Kelly was a little bit loose there. He's going to drop to the back.
He's going to drop to the back. You see Scarborough making a push for the lead now. Scarborough gonna clear temporarily.
He's cleared that bottom line. Braden Cisco
we've got problems.
There's a problem. Tristan Maher's around.
Yellow flag's gonna come out. And that 69 truck is tore up here.
Oh, man, if Dawson was here right now, I think he'd have a field day with this. Who calls this one? Kind of saw the back end of it there. Tristan already out of control. Look who got him. It's Tyler Waterbolen.
We will get it pulled up here with your JCTV replay and show you what happened to this driver of the 69. Oh, there might have been a little bit. Watermelon pulls out, but it didn't look like a little bit of netcode there. But Watermelon definitely just pulling out of line there. Not sure what happened to him. But as Dawson would say, the stars of the In the Pit News Truck Series and Tyler Watermelon. Tyler Watermelon proving why he is not a star of the In the Pit News Truck Series.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tristan Maher. I saw smoke coming out of his truck there, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to probably do it for this first race here for Tristan Maher. He's going to be another driver coming back trying to swing for the fences. Ooh, and the smoke goes out, so that's maybe him clutching it, just trying to nurse the truck back around, but that's going to be all she wrote for that 69 truck as we jump back live here with your leaders. Jake Scarborough did get the lead there before that caution came out, so he is scored as your leader. Jake Scarborough, one of those drivers, I don't think he's ran enough races this season to really throw a wrench into the points, so he wins here. That's good news for Brett Bennett and Josh Arnold. Now, somebody like, let's see, who's left that needs a win this season that's ran most of the races? Shane O'Neill, actually, inside the top 10 right now. Shane O'Neill wins this race. That's a different story for Brett Bennett and Josh Arnold. And yes, before anybody says anything, I realize a Shane O'Neill pick is a long shot here, but if you're, as JP and I would always talk about during these races, if you're in it, you can win it.
Especially at a track like this. The draft has always been a great equalizer. You know, for anyone out there, especially in real life where, you know, the little guys can go out there. And we've seen that so many times.
And how about that driver of the 91 sitting here in this top 10 position right now? Just quietly hanging out there.
Always the ones you got to look out for at Talladega and Daytona. And I guess Atlanta now, too. It hurts my heart I have to say that. But it's just at those tracks where if you just keep your car clean or truck clean, and you're there at the end, you don't have to go out there and lead every single one of these laps. Just need to lead the last 100 feet. And if you got a clean truck and you got the skills, you can do it.
As the field continues pacing here. Lights on the pace truck are still on. I believe we're coming to our choose cone this time.
Have to be. It's the longest caution ever.
Caution laps do take forever. Luckily, me and JP are long-winded, so we get through these cautions kind of quick if we can just find stuff to keep talking about. Yes, I believe the field is going to choose this time by. We'll see what lane these drivers want to be in here for this restart. Scarborough going to take the top, Kruger bottom, Cisco top, McCorkle bottom, Durand to the top, as well as, I believe that's going to be Sean Kissany in the top lane. Yes, that is
26.
Sean Kissany. Harold Tucker did go to the bottom, but he pulled onto the apron, so not sure what's going on there. So then that's Tricano lining up inside of Durand, and Kerfan inside of Kissany.
Tucker might have gotten some type of choose cone violation. He was not supposed to go to the back. He was giving an EOL penalty, so.
So we are just gonna go green with 20 laps to go. JP, you and I know 20 laps, long way to go here at Talladega. Big track.
It is, especially if they're all under caution.
Yes, but I don't even know what to predict here because it's kind of been a weird race. We've had
flow.
We haven't had a big one yet. We've had very minimal accidents. Right now, 3 drivers currently out of this race. Tristan Maher sitting on pit road with a pretty blown up engine, so he's probably all but out of it. But other than that, it looks like we've still got 30 trucks running here.
I will say that wreck at the stage was very big, I will say. If that was the old damage model, half the field would have been gone. But with the new damage model, we have 4 people who are not on the lead lap. That's insane. Absolutely insane.
And how about call out to Brett Bennett? He was right in the middle of it, and he's still sitting there running 29th. Trying to tough it out here. And our buddy Josh Coppernell found his way up here in the top couple rows. I see him peeking out back there. As we go green, Jake Scarborough gets a jump with Braden Cisco, Michael Kruger, and Cody McCorkle look like they're making a sandwich. We are green. Three lanes wide already. Gonna simplify back out to 2 with the exception of 1 truck right now. I believe that Shane O'Neill's stuck on the top all by himself. Just gave the call out to him out. He was doing good, being quietly up in the top 10. Now it looks like he's gonna drop back outside maybe the top 15, even the top 20.
4 radius trucks lined up on the outside here.
And that is dangerous for the rest of the field. But how about Cameron Caldwell? Called his number here tonight. being in a crash.
He and Alonso. Alonso was turned in front of the field, and he's back up the second, pushing his teammate to the lead. Trucks are tough, man.
They are certainly tough. Now we see the two front runners going to pull down, leave their Radius teammates out on the outside line, with Michael Kruger being the third truck in line. And then call out to Nick Hapiak being that fourth truck in the outside line. I believe he's another driver. Needs a win to get into the playoffs here, so he's trying to get his way up there. Dawson Allen sitting there behind Nick Hapiak.
Pretty sure a Nick Hapiak win would throw a huge wrench in the playoff picture.
Big push from Caldwell to the back bumper of Kerfan. You see him dancing around a little bit there.
I'm quite surprised Duran and Chicano decided to go down to the bottom and kind of split up their own team there. Thought they would kind of all stick together for a while.
In a sense, this sets up what you could call now as Radius controlling the field.
That is true.
They control the two lines.
I've seen that in real life, especially with the colleague cars at a couple of these plate tracks, where they will just kind of split between the two lines. They just create a gridlock where kind of only they can control the race, and then maybe that's what they're trying to do.
Ooh,
McCorkle!
We've got problems. That's McCorkle, and another truck. Looks like they saved it.
They saved it, but the poor guys are going to lose on the draft.
What a save by Cody McCorkle, and who was the other truck?
I couldn't see it. But I think it was Ethan who got just tagged by Austin J. McGill. I think Austin, they just kind of came together a little bit there. McGill was making a move to the outside and got to the back of Ethan Fonseca.
Back up front, it's still a Radius gridlock. I think you and I spoke it into existence here, JP. They are definitely gridlocking.
So how do you stop this? The only way is to really cause a third line or try and shuffle one of them out.
Well, if you're a Michael Kruger right now, you got to look in your mirror and see that hungry driver of Nick Hapiak. You've also got Sean Kissany, Andrew Elias, drivers who need to win in your mirror. Take that chance, step out of line, and see if they go to push you. I see a push coming from McGill out back. He's starting a third lane with, I believe that's going to be Michael Walls.
I can't believe that 7 truck is even still in this race.
Last time I seen it, he didn't have a front bumper. Now he's got a front bumper.
Yeah, talked about that new damage model, and it's helping him out for sure.
Yeah, the pit crew went to work and put the front clip back on the truck.
Just ran hopped up to the outside.
There goes Kruger.
Gonna try and, yep, there it is.
And Elias going to jump out there too. Andrew Elias, another driver who needs a win here to get in the playoffs. He's making a move. Andrew Elias, I got to say, impressed me a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. Had the my friend Braden Laster 132.23 something. I don't remember what it was. But he impressed the heck out of me. He made a run from the back to the front in the closing lap. So Andrew Elias does know quite a bit about plate racing, and I would not be surprised if he gets his name into the hat here before the end, as we're now really 3x3. And there's only one Radius truck on the very bottom now. Still 3x3. Kruger leading the outside. Durand in the middle. Chicano on the inside.
outside is so tough to get. The third line is very tough, especially when there's only about 3 of them out there. But
Well, now 2 of them, McGill jumps to the inside. Or
he
the
saw a
middle.
good opportunity. He saw a good opportunity. I think that was pretty smart on his part, but it's going to leave Kruger and Walls out, basically with no help. I think Sean Cassane is going to help Michael Walls, let him get in line.
Look at Happyak. Happyak's peeking to get out there with Kruger. Just did not get out there in time.
Yeah, if you're Michael Kruger, I talked about it when I interviewed him, how he's kind of was in that wreck. You kind of don't have to think about him anymore, and now he's ahead of him. Alonso's ahead of him.
Yeah, I think you kind of gave the old announcer's jinx there, JP, when you said that, because, like you said, Chicano's right back in this deal. Oh, as you see a block coming from Chicano, he doesn't want to sit behind his teammate. He wants to lead. Talk about the points difference between he and Kruger. Seems like Chicano's trying to get as many points as he can here, trying to lead another lap.
Especially not getting any stage points. Chicano wants to make up that gap to Kruger. It's got to start by finishing ahead of him by quite an amount here at the finish.
Elias, I literally just talked about him. He has somehow gone from the outside third lane to being down 4th car inside. Where the heck did this truck come from?
Elias hasn't seen him either. He's gonna do some big things, I promise you.
As I said, he impressed me during the last super speedway truck race I did, which was the race that he hosted. And, you know, right now, same thing, impressing me again, just sneaking up here as we've got 11 to go. It's not quite go time yet, but it's time to start making your moves. If you're a guy like, I see our JCTV boss, Josh Coppernoll, back there. Josh is in that position where he's got to start finding his way to the front.
Doing a good job. Looks like Josh got his car repaired. Now he's decided it's time to go to the front.
We continue to watch this battle up front. It's Durand, Chicano, Scarborough, Cisco, and Kruger leading that outside lane. Durand's still continuing to lead at the line, though. Coppernoll's made his way down to the middle now from the 3rd lane. He's doing exactly what I just said, finding that track position where you can. Oh, and there's a wreck!
Big time wreck.
And I shouldn't have said anything because that 42 machine was in it. Jump back here to the instant replay. Not sure what happened. It looked like it was the 20, Jeffrey Armistead.
He got clipped by Roy Crump. That's what happened. The 70 clipped the 20 of Armistead.
70 comes down, clips Roy Crump, and again, performance issues. Not sure why it's doing that every replay of a big one we have, but yeah, that took out quite a bit of drivers there.
Gil was in it. Sean Cassane was in it.
And now we're going to have a restart within 10 to go. Chicano's going to be your leader. So we'll let them come around and at least do their pit cycle if there is any pit cycle for them to do. And then, JP, what do you say we find somebody, whoever you feel like is the best person to talk to before this scenario, before we go green again?
I want to interview them. They're even in here. They're in their own Discord.
You got your picks. You got plenty of options.
We'll drag Alonso in here. What do you think?
I'd think it'd be cool to talk to Alonso, but like I said, let's. They should be coming to pit cycle this time, so let's at least let them get past
Let them
past the commitment cone. If he passes the commitment cone, then we'll talk to him. All right,
want to get past the choose because I don't know if they're going to be choosing this time. I don't know how. I don't know which lap it is.
They shouldn't be choosing this time, so we should be clear to talk to him.
Especially since he had one of those moments earlier this year where he almost missed the choose. So I'll move him here now.
All right.
Alonso, this is Jonathan Parker up in the JCTV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Jonathan, I got you.
Man, I don't know how you're even up front. You got turned in front of the field, but you got your truck repaired and you're back here and you're in position to win. You got some teammates behind you. What do you got to do to get this thing done?
Yeah, just have to have a little bit of luck with me. It was the worst case scenario for me pretty much ending that stage. Went into this race 8 points behind Michael Kruger and just trying to get as many points on him as possible to get regular season championship. But he won the stage and then I got like 20th or something, so that really sucked. But luckily we're still alive and trying to make something happen here, but he's still also up here, so it's been super stressful. I think with that stage, plus him leading a lap and also possibly leading most laps, he's probably like 20 points ahead of me now. So, yeah, just still trying to survive and hopefully get a little bit of luck.
All right, I'll let you get back to work there. Good luck there, Alonso.
Thanks, JP.
Anytime. Current leader, Alonso Cano.
Now, while we had him up here, I should have asked him, being that he's a Florida native. I should have asked him for some advice about these hurricanes, because as many of you might know, I am on the cusp of one right now, being in California. And
Well, do you have any liquor in the house?
no.
Well, then you're doing it wrong. That's what gets you through it. What got me through a hurricane last year? I think it was last year. Everyone hit us.
You might need to go see an alcohol counselor.
Shut up. I'm fine.
The field should be coming to choose this time by here in the Mardon PC Dega doubleheader. Chicano going to choose the outside with his teammate of Duran following. That's going to move Scarborough up to the first car inside lane with Cisco behind him. But we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 radius outside lane. First non-radius car is going to be Andrew Relias, 5th car in the outside lane. Inside lane is going to be Scarborough, Cisco, Kruger, and then I believe the 4th truck is going to be Happyack.
Yeah, that basically assures that outside line's kind of always be together because those 4 trucks working together. And saying a couple of those radius trucks have dropped out of the race or they got too much damage with Tristan Maher and David Duran, but they still got a lot of numbers there.
While we're here with 7 to go, we'll pull our picks back up here just to remind you, as we run right now, Parker, your pick's leading this deal. And my pick, riding in
Yes.
the third car outside.
Yeah, we picked some good bullets there, and mine especially has been through a lot this race. It's been a roller coaster.
Oh.
Just a little update. I think the 36 might have gotten a choose cone violation because he got sent to the back, tail end of the longest line.
So
He was
that
up in the
changes
top
your
10, yeah.
inside line running order. Now it's going to be Happyack 3rd car, Dawson Allen 4th car inside, and then is that the bogey machine I see 5th car inside lane?
It is the Air Force machine.
Shout out to that driver Ryan Bogey having a quiet run here today. As we come back into the Geico restart zone, we have crossing the line. 6 laps to go here in the Mardon PC Dega doubleheader.
That line got a pretty good jump. Bogey's going to move out to it.
Well, Bogey sees what everyone else in the rest of the field sees, and that's 4 radius trucks lined up nose to tail. That's going to be a momentum line. It's going to allow him to close up and gain some position here. Elias going to jump to that third line, but tuck back in. Kruger trying to do everything he can to keep Scarborough up there. He needs Allen and Happyack to get formed up for them to have a chance. Chicano's still leading. Scarborough gets back up there, though, with the push from Kruger.
Now, with the bottom not being as bunched up, let me tell you, Michael Kruger's doing a great job of pushing.
How about call out Happyack, too, keeping him up there. 3 trucks battling against... Well, now 3 trucks as Caldwell has fallen back a little bit from his teammates. Third lane looking like it's going to form out back. I believe that is, I can't remember the name. I know the scheme, not the name. Kissany was peeking to that third lane. Now third lane is forming with Andrew Elias, Ryan Bogey. Oh, and correct me. I thought that was Dawson Allen on the inside. That's
Wesley Rose.
Wesley
Oh,
Rose.
turn in front of finish! Oh my goodness. I think I jinxed my pick.
And that's going to wipe out your pick. That's going to wipe out Elias. And that's going to wipe out Scarborough.
Justin Duran, excuse me, got some damage
And
from that.
my apologies to both Dawson Allen and Wesley Rose. Your schemes look fairly similar.
They're almost the same, yeah.
Man. So let's see if we can get the replay up on that one. Go back a little bit further here. You see him racing hard. Coming through turns 1 and 2. Kruger all over the back bumper of Scarborough. Scarborough gets a little loose. Tries to come back up. Oh, and just gets hooked by Kruger.
Come back up. Didn't quite have the room to do it.
Oh, and Happyack's involved in that one, too. You see him spinning down there on the bottom. Don't see any significant damage to that 6 truck, but we'll see how long he's down pit road. For sure, that's Scarborough. I believe Elias was in that one. Chicano. Took out a good amount of trucks there.
What rotten luck for Alonso. I feel so bad for him.
Well, and
doing everything right.
JP, you know what we're getting ready to see?
To go restart.
A GWC.
Exactly.
Let's hope they're getting it out of their system now, because like I said, I'm in this second race and
It's gonna be the same thing. Don't worry.
don't jinx me like that.
Not a jinx is truth. They're gonna be racing just as crazy.
You see Kruger right now in the lead, but also the one thing I noticed, how close is he on fuel? You see him down on the apron.
I don't know. I guess I'm bad. I don't know the fuel window that they can get, but you gotta think it's pretty close.
I have that stage analysis here, or that race analysis here. So 30 to 35 laps is what we are gonna get, roughly, and that's from Cameron Caldwell for that fuel window.
Oh, so that means it's wrong because it's from Cameron Caldwell.
Yeah, it's probably wrong. But a lot of these drivers laps since the last pit will be... This ATVO is giving me all kinds of issues right now. Just go with gap. And okay, ATVO decided to just quit on me there. There we go, it's back. And it went away again. Alright, we're back. So, as I was trying to show, and we'll see if it lets me show it, pit stops. Well, now it's not showing Jeffrey Armistead at the top, and it's got the pit laps all wrong. So, we're not going to get that data right now. We'll just go back to the gap. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Something weird's going on with ATVO. It's scoring Jeffrey Armistead up here.
Yeah, the leaderboard's all messed up.
Yes, it is. Give it a second to see if it clears the next lap by. Or if I've got a...
They are choosing this time.
So we will try and pull your race ticker back up.
I swear, if Michael Walls wins this race, by the way, I'm interviewing him if he wins, by the way.
No, I'm not too sure what's going on, folks. We do, however, have 3 to go. Lineup's gonna be Kruger, Kerfan. That's Rose, Caldwell, Michael Walls, Sean Kissany. That 11 is gonna be Jackson Tate. Dalton Kelly getting himself back up here. Cody McCorkle. A lot of drivers still left in this race. I mean, you say if Michael Walls wins this, you're interviewing him. Well, you could be interviewing any number of drivers right now, JP. We still got a lot of field left. Can't even throw Josh Coppernall out of this yet. Still hanging out there.
With the wrecks we've seen, if your truck's still rolling, anyone could win this thing. Because these wrecks could happen right up front, and it could be just like a bomb took out the whole field.
Again, not sure what's going on with my ticker right now, but with 3 laps to go, honestly, I'm just gonna leave it for now and not try to restart ATVO as we get ready to go green. If we have another late race caution, I will try to fix it. But green is back out. We're racing here again. Green-white checkered in the Mardon PC Dega doubleheader. Michael Kruger leads right now. He's trying to get clear of Kerfan. Does not do it. Wesley Rose going to have to tuck up to the back bumper here and help Kruger out. Oh, Wesley Rose slips up there and door bangs with Cameron Caldwell.
That was close. The wrecking in the back. Watermullen's around.
Steiner, Watermullen.
Oh, Bogey gets turned around. That's...
Yellow flag's going to come back out here. First car I seen there was Steiner. So as I try to find the replay here. I'm not going to be able to find a replay because ATVO is being difficult. So, Real quick, while we're under caution, I'm gonna refresh ATBO and try to get this back up for everyone at home. Alright. Got everything set back up here. So, now, Kerfan, currently in the lead over Cameron Caldwell. Yes, that's scary. Let's not talk about that.
How about Sean Cassane, excuse me.
Yes.
Been had an up and down day, but he's in the right place at the right time right now, and hopefully I didn't just ruin his race.
I don't think there's much else we can do to ruin the race here, JP. I mean, they've had to survive a lot here.
Everyone's ruined their own race.
Yeah, and
big wrecks everywhere.
You look at the two front runners so far. Caldwell been in one of the wrecks. Kerfan clearly been in one of the wrecks when you look at the right side of that truck. Same thing to be said for Kissany. On the left side of his truck, he's got scuff marks. Kruger's been in the middle of a couple of them, but I have yet to actually see that 14 spun completely around or obtain any damage. So he's ran a clean race. Wesley Rose sneaking his way up here into the top 5. That truck looks fairly clean. And then your old buddy Michael Walls here, JP. Been in a big wreck early on in the race. Recovers, sitting there in P7.
Lucky you know what.
So Kerfan gonna pick outside with Cameron Caldwell following him. Kissany, Kruger gonna take the inside with Rose. Kelly, Walls up top. Coppernell gonna line up 4th car inside. Oh boy, that 42 JCTV machine moving his way up here.
Another one with just been involved in a couple wrecks, but he's fighting back. That's all that matters.
And how about 43 ETB himself, Ethan Fonseca Moreno? Gonna line up in the outside lane just behind Josh Coppernell. 2 JCTV. One of them's a fast lane truck. The other one's just a JCTV truck like what I run each week. Like that new scheme on Ethan's truck there.
Yeah, he's very good at making paint schemes. Making paint schemes for some people, and he makes most of his own paint schemes.
Yeah, I don't know though. Josh might get on him a little bit for losing 20 horsepower being in a Tundra.
Yeah, that's his own fault for, that's Ethan's own fault if he wants to lose that horsepower. I know. If you don't have Lowe's stickers on your truck, you go slower, that's for sure. If you run a Toyota or Ford, you lose 20 horsepower.
Well, you need to speak for Michael Walls then, because
Well, he sucks, so that's why he doesn't run up front.
lights are out on the pace truck. We're doubled up. We're gonna try it again. I believe if we don't get it this time, we've got one more attempt, and then it goes official. Whatever happens, happens. Pace truck down to pit road. Kissany. Kerfan the control truck. We are gonna enter that Geico restart zone. Green flag is back out. We are racing again. Green-white checkered here in the Mardom PC doubleheader. See some strong side drafting already coming from Kissany to the door of Cameron Caldwell. Kruger gonna get to the back bumper and give that shot that Kissany needs, and Michael Walls doing Michael Walls things, trying to go wherever
outside.
he can.
Yep, looking outside, wasn't quite there.
Looking out there again, he might get himself stuck here unless somebody goes with him. He does have help coming in the form of Brett Bennett. Where the heck did Brett Bennett come from? We are going to roll around the speedway right now. No
Oh, the
caution
64
yet.
just got turned around.
64's
Will be a
around.
caution.
Still green. We keep the eyes on the battle for the win. We do get the white flag. Next flag's going to end it. Right now, Kerfan leading that inside lane. Got to do what you got to do here, though, if you're Kerfan, if you got to pull up and block. I know he's got a teammate right there, but Kelly's getting a run on that outside lane. Here comes Walls. Kelly gonna block.
Bennett just body slammed the field, and there's a wreck. Josh Coppernoll around.
Big wreck in the background here. We're keeping
What
our
a
eyes
front.
on the race for the win. It's gonna be Caldwell, Kerfan. Here comes Kissany to the outside. Oh, Kerfan's gonna be
big
turned off the
wreck.
nose. Oh, and
we
it's still
wrecked it
wrecking.
again.
Everybody's wrecked. Who gets through to win the race?
Oh my gosh!
Who gets
I
through
don't know
to
what's
win
going
it?
on.
It looks like it's
Who
gonna
won
be
the
David
race?
Durand.
You're lying. It's David Duran.
I can't find his name.
David Duran, I think, won the race.
He did.
He was. What did I say? He was maybe like. Oh, he was pretty far back. I don't remember seeing him.
We gotta pull up replay here from David Duran and see how this transpired. We gotta go back further than that.
He was not even. He was in the
right
back
here
of
in
that
the
pack.
middle.
He was in the back of the pack. About the only one to miss all of those wrecks on the last lap. Because there's 1 and 3. Where Josh Coppernoll got turned in front of the field.
So here is where you talk about Brett Bennett body slams the field.
I gotta ask him about that.
He body slams Josh Coppernoll down, or not Josh, that's Ethan he body slams down into Michael. Then Josh gets turned up into the field. Look at David slicing his way through this.
He said, I'll take that, thank you very much. Won by 1.4
And he's
seconds
still
at
got
Talladega.
4 cars in front of him. Everyone else wrecks in front.
Oh my gosh.
They're all trying to sneak through. And the seas just part. Look at him.
Yeah, he just strolled through there. I'm not even. He
Just
wasn't
a
even full
casual
throttle.
stroll in the park for David Durand. Wesley Rose ends up finishing second there. Wrecked.
Josh Allen ended up 4th. Don't Kelly 3rd. Braden Sisko, after getting his EOL, ended up 5th. I mean, I can't
All right.
believe what I just saw.
We will jump to a live here. And we're
I
going to
don't
pull
think
up.
there's no way David Duran believes what just happened.
I don't think he does, but you know what? We're going to go down our results page here as we look at the finish of this race. So your winner was David Durand. Wesley Rose going to finish second. Dalton Kelly going to come home in that 3rd position. Josh Arnold 4th. Braden Sisko finishes 5th. Michael Kruger 6th. after being what you could say a dominant car here this race. Nick Hapiak 7th. Our pole sitter Cody McCorkle going to finish 8th. Brett Bennett 9th. Andrew Elias finishes out your top 10.
Yeah, I think everyone from here on out wrecked because Michael Walls was involved in the wreck. He finished 11th. Shane O'Neill ended up 12th. Armistead in 13th. Matt Steiner in 14th. Austin J. McGill ended up in 15th. 16th, Cameron Caldwell after peeking out trying to go for the win. Ethan Fonseca Moreno in 17th. Alex Kerfan finished 18th. Sean Hussein ended up 19th. And Ryan Bogey rounds out the top 20.
21st going to be credited to Jackson Tate. 22nd goes to our buddy Josh Coppernell. 23rd, Tyler Watermullen. 24th, Jake Scarborough. 25th, 26th, tie, I guess, between Dawson Allen and Harold Tucker. 27th, Alonso Chicano. 28th, Justin Duran. 30th going to go to Brandon Havens. Or 29th, I'm sorry. Okay, the scoring sheet might be a little messed up. Scoring 29th to Roy Crump, 30th to Brandon Havens. Jamie Wright finishes 31st. Tristan Maher, 32nd. Nathan Fuller, 33rd. And Bennett Allen's going to finish 34th. And correct me if I'm wrong here, JP. That was Justin Duran's third win in this series, or David Duran's third win in this series.
Second at Dega.
Third all time at a super speedway. All three at super speedways, correct?
Yep. He won Daytona, and then he won a Dega race last year.
And a Dega race this year. But all right. Wow. We just went through our finishing order. JP, what do you say you talk to our third place finisher here, Dalton Kelly?
I gotta see if I can find him first. There you go. Dalton Kelly, this is Jonathan Parker up at JCTV booth. You got a copy?
It's a big temple.
I don't even know what to say about that finish. I don't. It was just a huge wreck. Can you just walk me through that last half a lap or so?
Yeah, I knew I needed to try to be with Ready as best I could at the end with how these races always come down with them up near the front. So I figured going with them on restarts would put me in a great position coming to the white and the checkers. Then I guess they thought it would be fun to try to kill the field off 4 or whatever it was, but yeah, and it's just trying to dig it through the grass, seeing where we make, and then they're still wrecking, and basically drove through the entire infield grass and somehow got third. Just grab a gear, keep going, see where you get.
Yeah, it was good. Good to see you back. I know you haven't been full time this season. So I'm sure you're just in it for the fun of it, just trying to have fun. It's good to see you have a good finish, even though it was through the grass with everyone wrecked.
Yeah, it's just all about the fun this season. It's a lot more fun. Pick races you want to run that you think you got a chance, and just full send it.
Definitely. Do you got any shout outs you want to give?
Everyone on SBLD there, coming out of 2, I believe. I think I was one of the few people to successfully block walls there, so that was pretty cool. I didn't end up head first into the outside wall.
That's a rare sight when you're blocking Micah.
Yeah.
First hand experience.
Didn't turn myself, so that's pretty cool. Wrigley, Circle B diecast, just everyone's been on the truck for the limited action this year and the past seasons. It's been more fun this year, for sure.
That's it. Third place finisher, Dalton Kelly. Thank you for your time.
Always.
And I have caught up with our second place finisher here, Wesley Rose. Wesley, it's the boys in the JCTV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, first of all, what can you even say about the finish there? You got beat out by the guy who just weaved through. He dipped when you should have dived, or dived when you should have dipped, and that's the only reason you didn't bring home a win here. You were part of that group of like 4 trucks coming through when the rest of the field wrecked, and you somehow survived for second place here. Go ahead and walk us through the race and how it went for you.
Basically, my whole strategy was to stay in the back and just survive all the wrecks, get through the stage, and just try to survive until the last 10 laps, and then basically lap from 10 to go up until then was just go time for me and the rest of the Piston Broke boys, just surviving and getting through the wrecks and making sure we had enough fuel to go green, white, checkered, because we assumed since it's Talladega, green, white, checkered.
Well, and the racing out here was interesting, to say the least, today. How were you able to really just keep your nose clean most of that race and give yourself a shot there at the end?
Talladega, a lot of times, is just a lot of luck. So basically, just trying to stay back, making sure you don't be aggressive, but don't put yourself in any stupid positions where you could get wrecked and could end up being out of the race, being one of those 10-car pileups in the middle of the race. So just trying to stay together and stay clean and making sure don't do any stupid moves. That's all Talladega is half the time.
Well, and we still got one more of these here tonight. I assume you're coming back for the second one. Strategy stay the same in the second race?
Basically, just stay clean, and then once 10 to go onwards, get aggressive, and just try to get up the front, and hopefully if that happens again, maybe get lucky, a little bit more luck, and try to get through that crash and maybe shoot for the win.
All right. Well, look forward to being out there racing with you in this second race, as I believe you're one of my teammates, so I'll be in the call with you. And we'll see you out there, Wesley.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
And that was Wesley Rose. JP, let's see if you can dial up our winner here tonight, who has, I believe, just locked himself in for a playoff berth.
David Duran, this is JP up in the JCTV booth. You got a copy.
I do. What's up?
Well, you needed that win in the worst way, and you're in the playoffs now, and I just walk me through how you strolled through the whole field as they wrecked to win this race, because I've never seen anything like it.
I don't know. Like, there's, to be honest with you, I mean, I had a feeling they were going to wreck, come to the backstretch or go on a 3 and 4. So I just laid off just a tad. And when I start seeing the first wrecks, it's okay. So if I can get through that, maybe there's, some possibility that, okay, they're going to wreck at the tri-oval. And it turns out they did, and just trying to avoid it. And somehow, some way, they all just orchestrated the 17-car pileup and walk away with the win. It's not the way I want it, but it's, back to back since last season, so we'll definitely take it. So now, I don't know. I'm lost. I'm beyond words.
Yeah, I think you were involved in the stage white that was coming to the stage checkered, that crash. And I thought you were in trouble, because you need the win, so you're just probably thinking about going on the next race and thinking how you can win that one. And then all of a sudden, it looks like you're just half throttle the entire time, just not even, just casually just going through there, getting what you can, and it just so happened to be you got everybody. You won by a second and a half at Talladega. It shows how big those wrecks were. But this is big, you needed, you missed some time, you had to miss some time. So you were very behind on the points. You needed to win one of these races to make it in. And I don't care what anyone says, you still clutched up. You're the one who didn't wreck. So you got any shout-outs you want to give there to who gets it done there?
You guys in the broadcast booth, you guys do a great job every week, even though I hate when you race sometimes, but hey, it's all tough love. It's all tough love. But, you guys do a great job on the broadcast. Appreciate what you guys do. So thank Radius Racing for letting me race with them. Adam, Josh, and Dawson. I was imagining if he was calling that last lap, I don't know what he would have said. But I mean, we'll take the win. Like I said, I thought we were done when that caution came out for the stage because I was fighting for stage points because if I couldn't win, I'd have had a chance to get as many points as I can over Brett. So that didn't work out. Got 6 minutes of optional, and just the cautions came at the right time, right before they were lapping us. So it worked out too. So now we just try that for this race and try to maybe can do a sweep and get bragging rights going into Pocono.
Yes, you were looking for the sweep now. So good luck in the second race, and thanks for your time.
All right, thank you, Jonathan.
Anytime, David. That was your surprise race winner, David Durand.
Well, Parker, just to break down this first race, as I've got to go get ready for the second race. What do you think? What do we got to look forward to the rest of the night as you and Dawson get ready to call this second race?
Probably the bunch more wrecks, I guess, and more chaos. I don't know how you could top that amount of craziness. It's just I didn't know what to look at because I'm pretty technologically illiterate. I didn't know how to switch the cars quick enough to see who was coming. When you told me David Duran won, I'm like, I'm not even sure he was with the pack, and he barely was. And after the first wreck, he wasn't, but he strolled his way down the front stretch to the win, and I'm not sure if we can ever top that, but I'm sure you guys could try.
We're certainly going to try. And last question before I just sign off here. 16 truck getting to the front or what?
Yeah, we're going to get to the front. Don't worry about it. Just put your mind to it.
All right. Well, that'll do it here from us for race number 1 here tonight. Dawson Allen's going to be setting up the next live stream for all you race fans, so please tune in over for that. And please consider coming to watch it. We're going to have fun in this second race. But for now, my name is Jonathan Camfield. I'm joined in the booth tonight by Jonathan Parker. Thank you to everyone who helps get it done. Thank you, JP, for being here. Thank you, Josh Coppernoll, for giving us a platform to be on. Thank you, Dawson, for all the work you do behind the scenes. Congratulations to David Durand on the win here in this first race. And good luck to all the drivers in the second race. I will see you all out there. And, yeah, come back for the second race. We're going to have fun. We're not done here tonight. So come back for the second race. We will see you all in the second race.